Hello and welcome back to the Revitalize the Total Woman podcast with your coach, Lakeisha McKnight. Remember, this is the podcast, the media outlet for the nonprofit entitled Women of Elevation Career Services International that's based in Chesapeake, Virginia. And this podcast, along with the nonprofit, we empower women like yourself with the tools to be able to create, relate, and elevate so that you can be on your path to career satisfaction. That's what it's all about with this podcast. We're helping you on the go for those of you who are busy women. And so I thank you so much for those of you who are listening from all over the world. You could be right now from Greece, from Venezuela. There are so many people from South Africa that listens to the podcast, Canada. Thank you so very much. You know, we're just appreciative of you tuning in, following us every week, right, to receive these golden nuggets. So I appreciate you on behalf of the other leaders of the nonprofit organization. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, you always can learn more about the podcast and the nonprofit by going to womenofelevation.com. And that's where, some of the information is found. We provide as many updates as we can on the website as well. So we appreciate you. Now, one of the things, of course, I want to share with you that we've been, really focusing on key topics every week. And for the first 4 months of this year, we're focusing on the core area of creating, helping you to create. And so yesterday we started with the theme of creating a loving family home. And I'm continuing with that tonight on this particular podcast episode. How do you go about, really creating that home of love? And one of the ways, of course, that I know is by demonstrating love, right? Verbally and non-verbally. You see, most communication occurs non-verbally. This means that even your words have a bit more less value than your other actions. For example, if someone walks into a room and says, "I love being here," with this particular tone of voice and using these words, it may sound as though genuinely they love being there. But say I walked into a room and I just say something like, "I just love being here." Does it really sound like I love being there? My tone does not express that, right? And so it does not match up. So you have to be cautious. And of course, my facial expression didn't either. But you have to really be cautious of how you're expressing things, your facial expression, your posture. All of these are nonverbals that really need to match up with what you're truly saying so that people can receive it genuinely. Because people are not going to receive it if they don't feel that you are genuine. Let's be honest, right? Someone gives you a card and says, "Thank you, I appreciate it." But if they give it to you and they have an attitude, do they really appreciate it? Are they really genuine with the gift that they're given? For some of you, you may say that you don't even want the gift because of the way that it was given. So we have to be aware when we're expressing and saying that we love someone, are we backing that up with actions? With your kids, when you tell them that you love them, are you just ignoring them at the house? Are you going to their baseball games or their volleyball games or their basketball games? Are you going to these things? Track and field, swimming, hockey, whatever it is, are you supporting them at their extracurricular activities? Right? For your spouse, you say you love them. Are you engaging in their world? Are you going out, having date night with your significant other? And I'm not just speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself as well, because I must work on it as well. I've been married for over 10 years. I have 2 children, right? Under the age of 5. So I have to be out there. I have to be demonstrating this even in my own home. So understand, this is a part of life. We have to show people, right, verbally and non-verbally, how much we care about them. And this is how you're going to create a loving family home, allowing your verbal and your non-verbal communication to be aligned. So again, thank you so much for listening in to this episode today on how to create that loving family home. Hopefully, over these last 2 episodes, you understand what you need to do. And if you have questions in the comment area that you may see, go ahead and leave me a comment, a question, whatever it is you need to do so that we can connect and I can help you to create that loving family home. Remember our podcast here. You can find more information at womenofelevation.com. And then, of course, you can connect with us on Facebook. We're there. When you go into the search area, put in Women of Elevation. It will come up and a group will come up. Look under the group section and request to join. Okay? And then let us know that you are connecting to us from the podcast. That way we know where you're coming from. We love you all. I care for you. Thank you so much for being plugged in. Until next week, have a great one.